blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello and welcome to Courtney. If this is your first time here, I'm Courtney West. I am a full spectrum doula, birth nerd, and interested in just fun facts about Black maternal health and filling your cup with different types of teas, and just getting to know yourself better. Welcome, and if you're been with me before, welcome back. So today, what we're going over is I'm having my first guests of the new year. Yay! And we're going to go over herbalism today. What is herbalism and why are people called to it? Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
It's a great day, and I'm honored to be here with you.
I'm so excited to have you. So today we have Ruth the Alchemist. I am so excited to have you on According to Courtney. Every time we have a guest in, I always like to start out and ask them the same three questions. What is your name and the origin of your name? Where are you from? Where are you from and where are your people from? And then what information you want to leave in the space today?
Well, where I'm from is Newark, New Jersey. What's
Okay.
up, Brits? Where my people from? I got a little bit more investigation to do on that, but as far as I can tell, a good part of my family is from North Carolina.
Okay, Carolinas.
And then the last part was, how did I get the name?
Yes.
Well, I didn't choose Root the Alchemist at first. It kind of landed through an experience. I was helping a young mother actually who had a digestational diabetes. And I was able to guide her through digestational diabetes without using herbs. And that mattered a lot to me because it was two lives involved, and not all herbs are safe to use during pregnancy.
Yes.
So I just did not use any herbs. And when it worked out safely, gently, and worked with her body, that's when I kind of knew that herbalism wasn't enough. I was more like an alchemist because I was able to help her transform her situation without overriding her body.
I love that. And that's so important when you're dealing with a person carrying life. that you got to work with their bodies and help them move through their bodies and not work against their bodies.
That's a big part of healing is listening to your body. It's something that more of us need to remember to do.
Absolutely. So, on what started you on this journey to become the root alchemist? What brought you into herbalism?
Ah, necessity.
Okay.
um, necessity really brought me into herbalism. It started out with just when my children would start with the coughing and sneezing. We didn't have medical insurance.
Okay.
So, and I wasn't able to run them to the doctor every time somebody had a cough or a sneeze. And here calls necessity. And that's when I started doing what I call the brew. And the brew
Ooh.
would be limes, oranges, onions. They were not a
Hmm.
fan of the onions. But it was the beginning. And it was necessary. And I would notice that after a day or two after the brew, nobody was coughing, no one
Okay.
was sneezing, and that just started the journey from there.
I love that. Did you grow up with your family using herbs when people were sick, or was this something you just decided to just investigate on your own?
This was something I investigated on my own. um my grandmother um died when I was young, but
Hmm.
I did recall her. Maybe that's actually where I got her from. Grandma is I do remember her giving me things to drink when I wasn't feeling well. So let's honor where we should. Thanks, Grandma.
I
Yeah.
love that. I
She
asked because I learned that's how I got into herbalism was anytime we got sick, my grandmother would, steam you or you had to drink herbs and there were certain teas you drink or, you had to gargle with salt water. So it was always some remedies that we always did when you got sick or you thought you were getting sick.
exactly. And you really kind of helped me place the honor where it goes. Even though I was young, she did lead the way into this, and we didn't use a lot of herbs per se in the household, but she did start the foundation for me. Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks. You always, want to honor the elders. Thanks, grandmas, for doing that because it's
Hmm.
really common in like Black and Caribbean households. It'd be something you were always given to drink or to sweat out when you were sick. And onions, I feel like it's like the key denominator for a lot of people. Ours was citrus, definitely citrus. And onions were put on your feet. You got to put onions on your feet with Vicks and put socks on, and it help you sweat the cold out. It was the worst. Oh, it stinks so bad. It's like who wants
It
to
was
do
very
this?
mushy.
Yes, it's like it pulled the toxins out your body. I said, ain't nobody pulling nothing until hindsight. You the one doing it. You be like, oh, who would have thunk it?
And it's just so ancestral and natural. A lot of people have sort of moved away from the grandma potions and the methods that they would use. But when I really look back on it, they were assisting the body instead of overriding the body.
Absolutely. And I in this time and age now, I feel like more than ever, you're seeing a resurgence of people wanting to learn the quote unquote the old ways because they cannot, people are losing their health insurance. People can't afford medicine. And it's like, okay, well, what did you do? How do you do these things? And I be telling people, you better find an herbalist friend. You better become your own herbalist because right now you can make your medicine, and it's important to know how to make your own medicine.
It's important to know how to make your medicine. It's important to get back into our ancestral ways that are proven to work. Hospitals have only been around for maybe significantly the last 100 years.
Facts.
What was going on 300 years ago when
Mm-hmm.
someone got sick? What was going on 300 years when a birth needed to happen? They would, every neighborhood had a you and a me in each neighborhood. When there was a birth about to happen, somebody ran to the local doula and knocked on the door, and she swang into action. When someone is sick or they needed to work with their body and listen to their body, then they would come to my door. So we've been neighborhood assisting with medical and so many different aspects of life, but this was how it was originally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's
Was
such an
you would
important
go
thing to talk about that. Like herbalism and birth work isn't new. There, you're right. There was a midwife, there was an herbalist. Sometimes she was the same person, sometimes they're different ladies, but they worked together to serve the community. They were the health care. That's what that you went to them for everything. There was no doctor, and if there was a doctor, it was a white doctor who didn't want to touch you. So, or nor did you trust the medicine they were giving.
not only that, it was a lot of instances where it wasn't available, kind of like right now, a lot like you said a little earlier, a lot of people can't afford either health care or the medicine. So there, when you sort out people of our skill set, they would be the ones that assisted and got people through their time of need.
So true. So you started your journey, with your grandmother and your children. What did you do after you noticed how well this went? What was your next steps in your herbalism journey?
Say that for me one more time. I lost you a little bit.
No problem. So the question is, so you started your herbalism journey through your grandmother and your children. What was your next steps? What made you decide this is what I want to do, more than just using it for my family?
When I was able to actually guide people back to listening to themselves, and it actually worked for them. They actually felt better. They saw differences in their numbers. That's when I really realized that I could offer guidance safely with herbs, without herbs. Sometimes you don't need herbs right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just need to slow down a little bit and start listening to what your body is saying.
Ooh. Okay. Question. Can you give us a demonstration? Because a lot of people, and sometimes including myself, it's a hard part. They don't know how to listen to your body. What should I be listening for?
There's a reason why most can't exactly hear what the body is saying, and it's usually because we've been overriding what the body has been trying to whisper to you.
Mm.
Because, see, the body speaks softly at first, and once it's overwritten so many times, nobody likes to be ignored. I'm going to repeat that.
Yep. For the ones in the back.
Nobody, for the people all the way in the back, nobody likes to be ignored, and that includes your body. So, how you listen is the first thing is try to stop overriding, stop pushing through. If you're tired, rest.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a headache, sip some tea and rest. Don't, I gotta is what is deafening people from hearing their body.
Ooh, you just said some powerful words because that is so difficult for so many because we are programmed to you just go and go and go and go. There's only so much time in a day and da 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 da. When your body will, you'll literally your hips are hurting, your shoulders are heavy, you're retaining water. All those things are your body saying, "Hey, I'm not okay. I need you to stop. I need you to rest. I need you to pay me attention.
Trying to say, hey,
See me."
if you don't pay attention, you will the body will begin to yell.
Mhm.
And I think that's where doctors like to label diseases, is when the body begins to yell. And where I don't exactly agree with the medical system is when the body is yelling, hey, hey, please listen to me, slow down. The medical system will traditionally give you a medication that continues to override your body.
Mhm.
And that's just when the calamity starts.
I completely understand. A lot of times medicine just treats the symptoms of the screams, but not the root cause of why it's happening. They just put a band-aid on it. Well, your back hurts. Okay, take a pain pill. But why are you full of inflammation? Where's the inflammation coming from? What is the root of it? They don't want that. That's not what they're looking for.
It's a system designed it's a system designed to perpetuate overriding,
Hmm.
when the body really only needs you to listen and gentle assistance. Uh, the medical field tends to do, or better yet, they allow absence from the
Mm.
journey. And you absolutely have to be present for your own healing journey. It's like, just take this and never think about it again. How's
Mm.
that working out for you?
Right? You can't ignore it.
Well, it suggests that all you need to do is take this magic bean and everything will sprout better. Everything will be fantastic. And that's not how it's playing out in reality. Because we
Correct.
have plenty of people on all sorts of different medications and they're not healing
Hmm.
because you absolutely need to be present for your journey.
Yes, absolutely. So, in your process, if someone comes to you and they're like, okay, I want to heal myself because I'm having X, Y, and Z, what is your process compared to the medical system?
Ha. The key difference is, again, I listen to each client because sometimes it's in their lifestyle, sometimes they need herbal support, sometimes they need to rest. So, depending on what that client's body reveals to me, is the direction that I'm going to guide them into. Then I'm going to help them remember the cues that their body sent so they don't drift back into that pattern again.
I
Hey,
love
kitty.
that. Told you. I told you. She was like, I like what you talk about.
You
You had to
told me
check it
she was
out.
coming. You
It's
said
just
it.
so I figured as much. I was like, she gonna like what you got going on. And so she gonna be like, hey, I want to hear.
I
See?
hated it. Cats are ancient and protectors, so I'm glad you're here. What's Kitty's name?
Misty Day.
Missy Day. Thanks for being here, Missy Day.
Oh yeah, she's always got to come into the fold from time to time. She thinks she runs something.
She is really just giving you a hug there. I love her.
She's my emotional support cat. So she was my aunt's cat that has passed away, but she was her emotional support cat. So she'd be like, if
Oh,
the tea is good, or she thinks you need a hug, or she needs a hug, that's what's happening in that moment. She just don't care.
she's
Don't
just
care.
a big old hairball
You're a
of love.
baby. She's just so.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta love. Sorry, we had to rearrange for Katniss. So
Katniss.
technical kitty difficulties. But okay, resetting of the body, listening to the body, getting back on resting when need to, all the things. I
Those are ways that I gently guide my clients back to themselves. And the most important thing is that by the time we're concluding with our session, my client knows how to at least begin to start listening to what their body is whispering at the time. And that's something that the client keeps forever, that stays with them. And then they need less of me. My entire goal is almost to work myself out of business
okay.
because I want you to understand your body and what it's saying to you, because that's what health actually is.
I love that. I know sometimes it'll be environmental things. Could you give us some examples of environmental things that people don't think about that could be causing their bodies to speak to them?
I have probably a top three list of everyday things that are really just damaging people's body. And the top of that list, my biggest pet peeve is the microwave.
The microwave. Do tell.
Oh my goodness. My kids know if I hear a microwave beep, I'm like, you using a microwave? We don't do that here. Um, I'm thinking about having mine pulled out because I absolutely don't use it, but it's a part of my kitchen setup.
Mm.
So, how is the microwave? It's the modern convenience. There's one in every home. How could that possibly be harmful to the body? The microwave changes the molecular construction of your food.
Mm-hmm.
So you're heating up chicken and rice. By the time it comes out of the microwave, your body can no longer recognize it. It is no longer chicken and rice because it has been changed on the molecular level while you were heating it. That's my top one is if you can use a pan that's so wet and when you use a pan, the food is actually more thoroughly heated.
Mm-hmm.
Because microwaves, when you pull out one spot is cool, some places are hotter than others, but by just using a pan you save your food soul. The other two items that I think slip by a lot of people is your daily body care is going to be your deodorant and your
Mm-hmm.
shower soap. No need to go down that line. All you need to do is go into your bathroom, turn your shower gel or your deodorant bottle around, and if there's more than two ingredients that you can't pronounce, it's hurting your body.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And people don't know that how toxic deodorants can be for your lymph nodes. People end up with big, huge, swollen, pus-filled sacs through to their lymph nodes under their armpits, and they're not sure why. And it be their deodorant.
It's traditionally deodorant works on blocking the sweat pores. That's why it has the term antiperspirant,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how it works. It works by clogging those same lymph nodes, and the ones under the arm is actually one of the main sites, even though all the lymph node sites are important, but the ones under the arm are specifically an area that's used to exit, to release toxins, and we are constantly clogged. That's why everyone tends to sweat under the arms, because it's the body's natural release point.
Mm-hmm.
The aluminum and just all the plethora of chemical concoctions that just aren't healthy. And then the body soap, you use it daily, and mostly with the body soaps it is the fragrances
Mm-hmm.
that are the most harmful for the body. So between the microwave, deodorant and soap, I really think that's how a lot of everyday toxins are sneaking in through the back door.
Oh, I can definitely see that. What would be some recommended alternatives you would recommend instead?
For the microwave, get a plain toaster, use a regular frying pan to heat your food. Personally, I have not used store-bought deodorant in 6 years.
Okay.
It's been quite some time. I started out with very basic deodorant, baking soda, and lime juice. That worked for a little bit, but in the summer it just didn't hold. So I would keep a little container of it so I could reapply throughout the day.
Okay.
And then I really got on the case of it, and I created a herbal formulation that is literally all plant matter, all natural items, and that has been holding me very well for the last 3 years or so. I really got a down packed formula. When it comes to what you shower with, look for soaps that have the least amount of ingredients.
Okay.
If you're looking for a specific scent, try an essential oil or an Egyptian musk versus looking for a scent in your uh, bath shower gel per se. Those things right there will just help you alleviate everyday toxins. I mean, we all bathe every day, we eat every day. You use them. Some people can use a microwave 5, 6 times a day. I've
Mm-hmm.
even seen people heat their coffee in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
So these that changes everything. So best case scenario is try to put things on your body that you would eat. We don't eat soap, but you want the ingredients to be something that you can put on your skin safely and not have to be bothered with a ton of toxins.
Okay, I love that. I know, like, you can get like the ginger root flowers that makes their own shampoo. It's a slick substance that you can wash your hair with. It's a natural shampoo, something you can just grow, squeeze, and gather when you need it. I know some people use like crystal soap, which is very low
Beautiful.
ingredients. You can fragrance it the way you want to.
Did you say crystal soap? That's
Mm.
interesting. I'm gonna look into that.
So as there's a Dr. Brown crystal soap. Growing up, my that's what we had to use. It was a Dr. Brown crystal soap. It's very low toxin, low ingredient. So we have like there was a mint one, so that's what we would wash our hair with.
Yes.
You do your body with. But yeah, you can make large totes of it, and yeah, you make it out of just like those types of ingredients.
Wow. I'm going to definitely look for um I do make a shower gel formulation, but it's generally I usually give it when someone's having a skin issue or needs certain aromatics to help lift the mood, or because the shower is a great place to get aromatics because of the steam and the heat,
Hmm.
and it can really lift the mood. So it's my formulas, especially for the shower gel, is more for a feeling versus, and it cleanse, but it's more the feeling that I'm shooting for.
So when you make products for people, what is that? Do you customize them based off of what is going on with them, or do you like to make products in general, just standstill products that anyone can order from you?
I'm glad you asked that, actually. And I came to this crossroads maybe about just a few months ago, and I decided that I am not a product maker. That's actually
Okay.
the last thing I want to be. My products are intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So there is actually nothing available to buy until we've had a session.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what your body's needs are, and then I'll go create a intentional formula, and that can sometimes be tablets, tinctures, lotions. There's quite a gambit of
Hmm.
different methods I can use to help the body, but I absolutely am not a product maker. These have to have an intention with it, and that way it helps my client actually achieve what they're looking for.
I love that though, because that's such a thing that is so customized, that is built just for you, and that is and it's only yours because you used everything that you witnessed and saw to put together for somebody. That is beautiful. So if people wanted to, have you and get in contact with you for your services, what are the best ways to reach you?
You can find me on my website, which is holistichaven.help. You can reach out to me through my platforms, but the best way would be to go to my website and choose what option works best for you. And we schedule a session and I listen and we go from there.
I love that because I know people are going to be interested in how to reach you and have that, because it is something beautiful to have that type of quote unquote healthcare, or just to have someone to listen to you, to make something customized for you. So do you, with assistance with this, do you do on diets, or do you do just if you're sick? How does that work? So what are the criteria of someone to reach out for you?
I do not everything, but I can absolutely help with nutrition. I can absolutely help you with guidance. And what type of guidance? When you reach out to me and I can hear what your body is telling me, it will reveal what type of guidance that I can give you.
Hmm.
And then I'll explain that to you. And then my client can choose whether they want to, because sometimes it's not why they're calling at that specific moment in time. Like, I'm having stomach issues, and can you help me? Can you just build a formula to help me with constipation, let's say?
Hmm.
That's not how I'm going to be able to assist you. I'll be able to assist you when I have the conversation and I can hear that you're holding on to more than what your body is comfortable with processing. So now, when I create your formalization, I understand to include herbs to help you gently release, and
Mm.
not the bowels or the constipation, but release what's holding your bowels and constant, to gently give the body the assistance it needs to let go.
Hmm.
So when it comes to what can you reach out to me for, it's more like, what does your body need? And we can come to that determination. So the main point is just reach out and let's go from there.
I love that. That is so amazing and powerful. And do you feel like that is more of the alchemy or the herbalism?
That is the alchemy.
Hmm.
And the alchemy is, again, no matter what the issue is, you can transform it from listening, changing lifestyle patterns, and adding intentional custom formulations that's built for your body to come to that understanding.
I love that. I think that is so beautiful. It has been such a like phenomenal time to have you in this space. And I feel like you just like dropped so many great diamonds on us. And again, can you hit us and go over those websites and the ways for people to reach you? Because I want everybody to be calling you and reaching out to you.
I appreciate that. And I feel it deeply. Um, I'm available at holistichaven.help. Um, there will be guidance coming soon. I will have a podcast that will be coming out really soon, and that's going to help with direction and more in-depth guidance. So you can absolutely reach out to me either way through the DMs on the podcast, and or the best way is through the holistichaven.help website.
I love that. Well, congratulations and welcome to the podcast family. Yay! It's a great place to be here out on blast. And, this is a conversation and something that people, they need it. And we are so excited to have you out here speaking your truth, dropping the knowledge and dimes on you. And again, you're always welcome at Courtney, and I cannot wait till your podcast comes out.
Oh, I am very excited about this, Courtney, and I will absolutely need you to come visit me on my side of the street.
I love to. I love to. I love to walk out these birth worker streets to go be hanging out with the other peoples, honey. So I'm always welcome and willing.
That's going to be perfect. I'm excited to get my truth out. I'm even more honored to be in this space with another ancient wisdom provider.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Game recognized game. And it's like, it's a journey to be, and it's a pleasure to be able to hold space with you and for people to understand we've been doing this for a long time. Our ancestors did this. We just have a way that we have a different type of platform to talk about it. It's just like, hey, we're here to help you. We're here to heal you. But these are the ways that we know how to heal. And these are healthy ways to be able to heal.
Modern wisdom.
Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. It has been such a vibe to have you here. It's been so much fun. And I can't wait to have you again in the space.
I'm honored. And thanks for having me again, Courtney.
All right, everyone. To everyone out there, know that you're loved, you're seen and heard. Listen to your body because your body keeps score. If you need some reminding, make sure you reach out to the root alchemist out here to come get you right. All right, you guys, I love you. And until next time, take care. Bye, you guys.